Moving to another country is one beast. However, getting there can be an actual nightmare, especially if you're coming from North America to Serbia and can't find direct flights into Belgrade. However, Air Serbia is expanding and it has just announced one of its most important flights opening back up after decades of being closed and not operational. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Now, if you've ever come to Serbia from anywhere in North America, you typically have to get into an airplane, fly a red-eye flight over the ocean, and then land in another country, possibly have a layover. This could be in Germany, this could be in Austria, this could be in Amsterdam, various places, and then hop onto another flight. Make sure that your luggage is actually transferred over as well, and then fly into Belgrade. However, Air Serbia has announced a new flight, and this one is a direct flight from Toronto, Ontario, close to my hometown, to Belgrade. And this is starting May 23rd, 2026. And it's been over 30 years since this actual flight has taken place. And before, well, back then, 30 years ago, it wasn't Air Serbia, it was actually called Yacht. And I remember back then, over 30 years ago, my grandfather, he used to fly back to Serbia all the time and, spend the summers here, and we'd go to the Toronto airport and pick him up from his return flight, and he'd bring over a bunch of stuff. And, then it stopped all of a sudden, and you know what happened with Serbia and the wars and things of that nature. And so that got, canceled altogether. However, like I said, May 23rd, 2026, there are new flights. So if you're looking to come and visit Serbia, that is going to be a one-up. And if you're one of those many Serbs that have reached out to us, looking to obtain your citizenship, looking to simply pack up your stuff and leave, because there is a huge population in Canada alone, but in Ontario, there is a population of 40,000 Serbs there that live there. I know in my hometown, there's actually 2 Serbian Orthodox churches, and so that is an hour away from Toronto. And so it's going to make it that much easier to get to Serbia. And this is going to be important for those that are with children, that have pets, and don't want to interfere with the moving around from airport to airport, from layover to layover. And so it's going to be a strategic move for Air Serbia. They're going to be expanding other cities as well, and we're going to get into that as in a little bit here. But it's going to help reconnect the global dysphoria here. It's going to help with business mobility. We have a number of clients that have businesses in Ontario, and then they are looking to set up businesses here in Serbia, simply because if you live in Ontario, you know the amount of taxes that you pay, not only on your corporate side, but on your personal side. So people are looking to diversify in that sense as well. The one thing that we have to keep in mind here, that this is not going to be an everyday flight. So they're going to start off with 2 flights weekly to see how much demand that there is, and seeing how much demand we are getting at Relocation Serbia from people that are from Ontario, all the way from Sarnia, all the way up to Thunder Bay, and beyond, that are saying, hey, listen, we need our citizenship by descent. We need to reestablish our citizenship. We are looking to ship our vehicles, and we're looking for your help. And people are just had it. But what are current some current long haul flights that Air Serbia has? And if you haven't taken Air Serbia, I highly recommend it. I think they're a great airline. When we came to Serbia. Mind you, I have not left Serbia to go back to Canada. Since we moved here, I have no intentions on doing so. But we took Condor, and they were okay. But then when we hopped onto Air Serbia, the level of service was just at a higher standard in my regard here. But some of the current long haul flights for Air Serbia is New York JFK to Belgrade. You have Chicago to Belgrade that launched in 2023, and that's going twice a week as well. You have Shanghai directly to Belgrade as well as cargo that they're doing between Shanghai and Belgrade. They also have plans now for Beijing. And you might be questioning, hey, why are they looking at expanding into China? Well, Chinese people have visa-free travel into Serbia. Serbia and China, of course, have very strong economic ties. A lot of Chinese people are coming to Serbia and actually setting up businesses here as well. And there's going to be another focus on a lot more strategic global hubs in North America coming up in the near future. So right now, Air Serbia serves 83 airports. And that's up from 59 in 2019. It's expanding across Europe with new seasonal and regional flight routes. They just expanded into Florence, Mykonos, Helsinki, Ibiza. So those are the newer ones that they just reestablished again and are doing very well. A lot of Italians are looking to come here. We have a lot of strong ties with people from Greece as well. Actually, we just had a gentleman that works for a pretty large firm out of Greece. We were speaking to their HR department. They're looking for us to help them with relocating their employees here into Serbia for their business. Helping them with hotels and work permits, so on and so forth. So it's something that is really good for Air Serbia as well. So what's next for North America? So one of the things that a lot of Serbs and a lot of people just in general are looking for is Miami. There is a ton of Serbs there, and there's a lot of people that are coming to Serbia. We are working with a younger gentleman right now out of St. Petersburg. He is never been to Serbia. His parents are descendants of Serbia, and he runs a wholesaling business there for real estate and looking to establish that here in Serbia. And so we're currently working with him when it comes to Serbian citizenship by descent. And so that Miami launch is rumored to start in the summer of 2026 with anywhere between 2 and 3 flights per week. Other cities that are under assessment right now but not yet confirmed are Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Boston, and San Francisco. So that's what their plan is, and their long-term plan is up to 8 wide-body A330s across the United States and Canada to keep up with the capacity that they're going to be seeing coming into Serbia. So what are people saying when it comes to this? A lot of people are very excited, especially the Canadians that we're speaking to, because a lot of the people that we're working with right now, especially when it comes to citizenship by descent, they're getting us to submit their applications for citizenship now before they even move. And so that when they get here in the springtime that they're able to already set down and go pick up their citizenship and get their passport right away and then set up here without having that time frame here, especially now coming up into November, December. You have the holiday season, you have Christmas, New Year's, all that type of stuff. So people are getting prepared for the next year. We're seeing a lot of clients also that have no ties to Serbia reaching out to us and saying, hey, listen, this is what we're looking to do come the new year. And we're just looking to plan ahead, which I absolutely love working with those type of clients. Of course, we like working with all our clients, but it's easier to work with those that plan ahead, book in those consultations, and so that we can kind of do the due diligence process, do some footwork before they get here, so when they land here, it's that much easier. So what does this mean for your relocation plan? So of course, this is a direct flight, so you're gonna have less friction, less barriers. Especially now with the EU now implementing these new digital ID things that they're trying to do with facial recognition and fingerprints. Of course, Serbia is not part of the EU, so you don't have to deal with any of that. And so if you did have a longer layover in one of these other countries and you decided to spend the night, you'd have to go through those processes now coming into Serbia directly from Toronto and these other countries that are up and coming and well established already. You don't have to do so. Some things to keep in mind right now, the schedule is starting with 2 flights per week, but they're gonna see about how that pans out. If the demand's there, they're gonna increase it. If the demand is not there, they're gonna obviously make some adjustments. So we have to keep that in mind as well. So one of the things you'd also have to keep in mind that if the demand is not there, they may postpone the flights altogether as well. But from what I'm seeing from the colleagues we work with, from the partners that we work with, especially the shipping companies that we work with here in Serbia, they're saying, hey, listen, a lot of them are packing up their vehicles, they're packing up their houses, and they're coming here. And especially if you're shipping a car or your household items via a sea can, they're doing it well ahead because it takes anywhere from 2 to 3 months to get here to Serbia. And so they're getting their quotes, they're packing their things up, they're getting it to port, and so that when they're ready to leave, that ship can set sail with their belongings, they can get here and unpack. So after 3 decades of not being operation in Toronto, this is great news for my Canadian followers. And for those Americans, you already have some flights, but I hope that there's more to come, especially the one in Florida. And so if you are looking to relocate to Serbia in the near future, you know who to reach out to. That's Relocation Serbia.